Hello, I'm Alan from the Serling Zone. This is a quick tour of my home planet, the base and a couple of the features near it. This feature here I call the Dragon's Tooth Cove, which I sort of play role as this was maybe being used by the smugglers of the civilization here, and they would have come through in their boats, guided by the lights of the caves through these natural forming rocks. So all this is what the game produced. I haven't done anything with the terraformer, the terrain manipulator. Bring the boats up onto the sandy beach. We've got the dragon's teeth. They can put the rope round, keep it there, and plenty of caves for them to put their goodies in. So that is Dragon's Tooth Cove, or maybe privately known as Smuggler's Cove. Maybe when this next update arrives, I'll be able to put another combo there, and I can sort of name it. Let's go up to the other feature. And this other one is Serpent's Bay, I'm calling this one. Is it a rock formation, or is it an old fossil of a serpent that the people here used to worship? As we come across here, you can see it in the distance. Maybe that's part of a tail, part of a body and a tail of it. Oops, stuttering a bit because the base is near. There's part of the body there with some fins. And as we walk up, do a bit of a jump. Oh yeah, we can see a bit of the body and neck and head. That's appearing there. Again, you know, this is all what the game has produced through its procedural generation. That's why I like the old planets that have the old oceans and the coastlines. You can get some wonderful features. The sun should be coming up soon. I've tried to time this so that, excuse me, when we look round the base, the sun will be coming up. And as we come up, actually that's just perfect, that the sun's coming up. There's the head and the neck. We've even got the along here somewhere, the stone pier they used to walk down, give their offerings to it. And there it is, look. Maybe that's the neck and the head and the ear or spike and the nozzle with some teeth and tendrils. Is there a rock? Or is it a fossilised serpent? And there's part of the body there, maybe. And a tail, and a fin at the end of the tail. But, you know, it's good to play role that maybe that is a fossil. As the wind blows through it, you hear a howl there. Maybe that's the serpent howling. Or just your imagination. Right, we'll wander up to the base now, which is Phantasy Ruin Space, which is my favourite game of all time, Phantasy Star. This is my first attempt at doing a base, and I don't purport to be a great base builder like the fantastic ones you do see, like Void Gaming and that. I mean, they're fantastic. And but then again, in life, I suppose, if whatever you're doing, if you thought, oh, I can't do it because these people do it better, then you know, you would never do it. I just think you've just got to make your own attempt, and hopefully, you know, with a passion and a love for it, you know, will shine through. And I started the base and I thought, well, can't really get it looking like it too much, just the general sort of outlay. There we go, it's stuttering again. But I rolled with that and I thought, yeah, it looks like ruins, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to really make sure it does look like ruins, because as most of us Phantasy Star people in the West know, I mean, that's the way, that's how it feels to be a Phantasy Star fan. The Phantasy Star is in ruins here. It's just neglected by Sega. They release a few games, but they don't seem to want to release them in the West. Oh, thank you very much, whoever that was. But hopefully, you know, maybe things will change. They just released a Shining game. I really hope that does well for them in the West. Maybe they'll see how well Octopath Traveler's done, and they'll think, you know, let's redo some Phantasy Star games. I mean, the ideal ones would be Phantasy Star 1, 2, 3 and 4. I never played them back in the day. I've got versions on classic Mega Drive Classics and that, but it is a bit dated now. And I did try my best to play through the first one, but it's so frustrating with the mapping and the random battles. I just wasn't enjoying it in the end, so I stopped it. But even the people who played them in the day, I think they would love to see a re-modernised versions of 1, 2, 3 and 4. That'd be great. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily want to see Phantasy Star Episode 1 and 2 redone, because they've sort of played it to death, but a prequel or a sequel would be awesome. I mean, if you've never played Phantasy Star Online, your best bet is, I love the Dreamcast. I think that holds a lot of good memories for a lot of people, because that's like the first time as a console player you would have played an online adventure game, and there's some great memories playing that, and on the GameCube as well. But that would be the version to get, because you've got the episode 2 on there, you've got the multiplayer, and if you can get hold of a broadband adapter, I think there's even fans that have made servers that you can actually go online and play. But even if they couldn't give us a direct adventure game, how about like Dragon Quest do? You've got Dragon Quest Heroes, Dragon Quest Builders. I would love a Phantasy Star Heroes style game. That'd be fantastic. Or Phantasy Star Builders. How cool would that be? So there's, you know, you can but hope. I mean, I did have a little message board here that came up with more, please give us some Phantasy Star games, Sega. But the thing at the moment, this is Monday, July the 23rd, and it seems to be playing up quite a bit. I mean, I've done everything on this, my home base, but it's not showing the animals or the flora, it's not showing the waypoints. I had 74, and that was as far as it went. It didn't go anymore. There, you know, it's just not showing us discovered, which is a shame. But here we are. Actually, what I was going to say then about maybe we'd never get a Phantasy Star game from Sega, but I think we'll definitely get some soon. I'm thinking when that Dreams game comes out, I'm certainly going to make an attempt. I'm sure there'll be a lot of other fans who maybe they're going to do a Phantasy Star homage type game on there. That'd be cool. But again, going back to this, if you played the game, hopefully you do recognise this as the ship that you turn up and orbit Ragalin. And as I say, I've gone with the In Ruins, Fallen Apart theme, which suited my skills and how it feels it is in the West, neglected. Here's what's left of the hospital. You'd have a nice sliding door about this angle, then in to your hospital, get yourself healed up, or this is where you would end up if you got killed on the planet. We've got the 4 squares here that are made white, which, I mean, that represents the white lights that were in the ground, and people used to say, oh, if we all stand on one at a certain time, a door, one of these, there used to be a door there and there, those doors are open and we can get a secret weapon. But yeah, that was silly, but it was fun. Here's the teleporter, one of the few places I managed to get the doors in, which is about the same sort of size as the door, but the doors in the game open from bottom and go up to the top. But here I put 2 garage doors. I put that one in the wrong way, but in the end I thought, no, that looks quite good, because you'd almost say it's split and damaged down the middle, and it's gone a bit wonky. Can't quite open right. There's a teleporter. See if we can teleport down to the planet, to the forest. No, we're still here. It doesn't work. But we're either miles away from Rhaegal, or this is Rhaegal here that we've crashed on. It would have been nice to go for a hunt down there, see if we can find an Alrapi, or beat the dragon. Here's the Hunter's Guild. Come and get our quest, or give the bad news that the retired hunter's had his final mission. There's the window. You'd look out on Rhaegal, Orton above it. I got lucky here that, I mean, I never planned this, but it works out really nice. You actually do look out on some planets from here. I haven't got the plinth here and the glass dome with the almost like an Atlas diamond in there. I couldn't manage to do anything like that, so I left it. But I'm pleased with this effect, which I did with like a matte piece. As I've twisted it, I found you get nice, it sort of went into the ground. You can get some nice jaggedy, almost looks like bits of metal and glass, and I was really pleased with that effect, especially around here. I put loads around here to show, well, you know, that is the windows and glass all smashed. So I'm quite pleased with that. Obviously, you know, you can look at it and it's not to scale in places, but like I say, I've gone as far as I am with it. I've put the tools down, I'm happy with it. This bit, you had the glass walls with the advertising, and you could look through and see spaceships. This is where the little base pod is. They are Phantasy Star Online Ruins, and we got Architect. Okay, Architect Ed Greer, is it? Well, you were Architect Pivot before, so you've changed. He's looking after the place. Then we're out here, obviously all the nature's starting to grow in here, the plants and the grass taking over. Here's your shopping centre. And go to the Tecker, and go to the shops here, get a weapon or some armour or monomates or stuff. Here's the old check room. Put our gear in there and our money. Put your money in there before you go down and fight a dragon, just in case you lose and lose your money. And this is the area where you'd end up if you teleported up from the planet. Your teleport would be there, and then you go and do what you're doing, put your stuff in the check room or get some stuff, heal up. Go in here with your weapons, see what you've got. That always brings back the memories for me, because the good thing with Phantasy Star Online, you could actually play offline as well, which you had to do a lot, because back in them days you'd pay for your time online with a phone bill, so unless you were super rich, you know, you had to sort of budget that a bit. But I remember coming up here playing offline around the forest one time with some special weapons and hand them in, and it was like, oh, barista, flame visit. What? I thought, flipping hell, flame visit, I couldn't believe it. On Bernie's weapon from the quest, I found a flipping flame visit. I even phoned up my nephew, he's playing a lot of the time. I found a flame visit. I mean, it was a useless weapon to use, too slow and not very powerful, but it was great to find that. Brilliant. And also here, I think you either started here or by the check room. This is where you could do the duplicate trick. You could get your menu up and sidle along, keeping up. It was a bit tricky, but doable. And then you get the other menu up, and then you could duplicate your items, which, yeah, wasn't cheating, and it was a good thing. Duplicate the best weapon you found, or make some more power materials for your character. I mean, later on in the game I did start making them using the cheat disc. I'd never used cheats as such in the game, but I just used it to make the weapons, because basically, as people who played it know, the weapons are so rare. I mean, these were proper rare weapons. You could I put hundreds, probably thousands of hours overall playing, and certain to find a rare weapon or even an Al Rapi or something, very hard, very hard. I mean, I've never ever, all the hours I've put in it, never had Pan Arms drop his arms or the Chaos Springer drop his arm. I mean, I made them in the end and I traded for some, but I mean, making the games in the end does spoil it because you lose. I wouldn't make them anymore, and I still play it sometimes on the GameCube, and always that hope when you're playing, oh, we're going to come across an Al Rapi or a Hildy Blue, or something's going to drop, special weapon or an arm or something you never had before, and maybe one day I will get Pan Armors dropping his arms. And here, actually you probably noticed you played the game, this bit's missing. Let me just top myself up here, because getting a bit toxic out there. This would be a warp, and you'd warp up here, and you'd have the principal there, his secretary, saying, oh, you know, keep looking for Red Ring Rico, and the professors are here, and you have to remember, once you've done a level, to go and talk to him, and he would say, yeah, keep exploring. If you didn't, then next time you played you had to do it again. So I did that. I expect a lot of people did that accidentally sometimes, forgot to talk to him. But there we are. So please, Sega, give the West some Phantasy Star games. I think we deserve them before this place just goes to ruin. Oh dear. Bittersweet really, walking around here. All the good and bad memories come back. Trading, playing with people, maybe the odd silly person who used to nick your weapon or whatever. Or PK you. But it's all part of the game. Right, well I'm going to hop into the Spitfire now. I'll pop over to the portal. And bring the address up. In case anyone wants to leave a comment or come over and leave a message ball at the portal. I wouldn't expect you to come to the base because it's a 2-hour drive. I did try it and see, and it is flipping 2 hours, so you're not going to do that unless they give faster vehicles in the next update, or a transporter of some kind that you could put one by the portal and one by the base. No one's really going to come to the base. It'd be nice to see a couple of message balls by the portal for some Phantasy Star fans who say, yeah, let's have a new Phantasy Star game. See if we can get here a bit quick or not. I will take this bit of time to thank actually Mac for a Day from the Space and Guild website on No Man's Sky, who kindly put my portal address on his website, and Nightalese. Oh, it's there now. It's actually turned out, that's handy. Done all his show. Nightalese, who came and left a message board there saying hi, which I was so chuffed about that. It made my day, that. So thank you very much for that. And while I remember, thank you very much, Hello Games, for the next update. I mean, from what I'm seeing, I haven't looked at any of the stuff people are putting up showing gameplay, but I've just shown what they want us to see, and it looks fantastic, so I can't wait to get into there, get into the next update. Obviously my poor planet might not look as nice as it does now, but most of it, well, all us players put up with that. We know it's worth it. So let's quickly go over here. This is the message ball from Nightalese. Have a look. There we are. Hail from Elise. Thank you. That made my day. So pleased with that. Right, let's whiz over here quick. Make this too long a video. I'm doing this all in one take, so you have to forgive any hiccups along the way. I'm not going to go and try and edit it. I'm new to all this, so I'm trying to do it all in one go. Let's put up the port address. Come on. There we are. And again, this is on PlayStation 4 in the Euclid Galaxy on normal mode. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I might see a few comments if someone managed to see it in the Twilight Zone out there on YouTube. And again, thank you very much, Hello Games. Cheerio.